Hey everyone, Throwhammer 2003 here, part of TGN. Bit of a different review than what I usually upload. This time it's Epic Mickey 2, The Power of 2. Like I say, not my usual kind of game, but it's a new release, and those with kids will no doubt be looking for our next generation of gamers in the run up to Christmas. This is the sequel, and there are a few changes, which I'll talk to you about in a minute. In this instalment, the Mad Doctor, who Mickey defeated back in the last game, is back, and is repentant for the bad deeds in his past, who wants to make amends with Mickey and Oswald and the rest of Wasteland, which is the setting for the start of the game, which has been disrupted by earthquakes. But not is all as it seems with this newly kindled friendship. So that's a summary of the plot. But what is the game? Well, it's a 3D platformer, with elements of exploration to avoid a linear feel, for which it achieves fairly well. I have to keep in mind the target demographic of the game, which is younger children for the most part. This is what gives me the mixed feelings about the game, which I'll explain later. Graphics look impressive, nice clear colours which you interact with as Mickey with your paintbrush to make the worn parts nice again. No obvious glitches were in sight, and at each stage I played they felt distinct from the previous, with some rather atmospheric, almost dark settings at times. Cutscenes add to the whole experience, and really do go some way to provide a cartoon experience to the game. Voice acting is superb, which is no surprise coming from a polished Disney title. Audio effects and music are akin to a feature movie, well produced and well suited to the game, and some of the sections where the game breaks out into musical are nigh on perfect, a real experience for the game's target audience. One thing I couldn't overlook, however, was that the direction within the game environment was sometimes lacking whilst playing, sometimes finding myself confused as to where I needed to go, and how to get there. This comes from the free roaming side of the game. It feels like in an effort to make it feel less linear and more of an adventure that they left the map at home. There is a little guy who pops up to show direction of an action or where to go, but this can be easily missed, again by younger players who might get lost and end up going around in circles. In Epic Mickey 2 you have control of Mickey as you might expect, but you are aided through your entire journey by Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, who himself has lots of cool features. Being able to fly is one, and this is essential through parts of the game. Even better is that the game can be played co-op, as Oswald, and two people can play through the campaign together. It teaches cooperation and teamwork, which is a nice touch. A second player can drop in or out of gameplay seamlessly, which means you aren't stuck should a second player not be available to assist you later. Sadly, sometimes it's the reliance on Oswald that sometimes lets it down. Not because of poor AI control, but the mechanics sometimes just won't mesh, which will leave you trying the same section again and again as you fail to grab Oswald's feet, while he flies you over a large crevice, for example. Luckily, these moments are rare. Mickey has a few basic actions: double jumping, which is common in these kind of games, shooting paintbrush thinner to uncover hidden places or road enemies. You can shoot paint to repair areas, or make bridges and ledges, or even turn your enemies into friendlies. And lastly, a spin attack for close quarter combat to give you some distance. Overall, the game is nicely polished and has depth. The campaign is fairly long and there are plenty of collectibles and side quests to keep you coming back for more. I just hope that the lack of sense of direction in places and the rare instances of poor mechanics do not take the epic out of Epic Mickey 2. Anyway, that's my review, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the review. See you again. Bye.